Hello everybody, this is No Ports continuing on my playthrough of Ultimate General American Revolution. And from my first steps video, we had went ahead and captured Providence and Newport and just finished the Battle of Lexington and Concord. Today we are going to be looking forward to continuing more of the campaign and establishing our headquarters staff. First of all, I would like to apologize to anyone about the volume issues. I hope this is a better volume setting where the game's not overly loud anymore. Also, for my heavy breathing, I've been having some issues with my asthma. So what we're going to go ahead and first do is we went ahead and unlocked the chief engineer, and we are actually going to start doing quartermaster here. But before we assign an officer, we're going to wait just a moment or two to see what these officers on my first two brigades are, what their stats are. One of the things I would like to see first, and this is out to the devs, I would like the minimap to be open at all times, and you have to close it because you are able to see where battles are happening and also where everything is at. So all those two units actually go to Providence so we can check their officers. What we're going to do real quick is we do have a mission coming up where we will need to produce production infrastructure. There are two ways you can actually access this, is from the constructions management on the top left right by the American flag, or you can actually click on the province region right here, click slot available, and then choose agriculture, production, shipyard, mining, or military. The only thing you cannot choose is infrastructure. That'd be a nice addition to have because they use the same spots. By clicking infrastructure here, oh, I just learned that you actually clicking infrastructure right there, it does provide you the option to produce infrastructure. But personally, it would be nice if this was on the whole screen right here as one option. But we'll go ahead and start production infrastructure. Now this is going to take 40 of our valuable construction materials, and then we'll also start a recruiting house in Hartford. Hartford is one of our early areas that we have a lot of population that we can recruit from. Another one is Middleborough, but right now it is a little susceptible to British counterattack, so we're not going to do too much there. We're going to actually go up to Newport and Providence here and do carpenter shops. I will actually choose Middleborough also. Now with Leicester, I am actually not going to do a production or a carpenter shop for construction materials. I am going to focus on a fur trader first. And then up here at Portsmouth, I am actually going to do a carpenter shop. This does leave me with 29 available construction points. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next step of moving our troops into Providence real quick. Alright. So Henry Sawbeard here is actually a pretty good officer in having in charge of our units real quick. Let's go ahead and look at Lord Bishop is another really good officer. Our firearms is 60. And then Cameron Delaney is pretty good also. Not the best, so what we'll go ahead and do here is put Simon. I do like to check, so melee is 61, but we try to avoid that. Firearms is 40, that really hurts. Firearms is 54. Willpower is, ow. So Cameron is not the better officer. Colin is. So we'll go ahead and select him. Has a little bit more willpower, a lot more firearms. Melee, we're trying to avoid that efficiency we truly enjoy in stamina. Go ahead and put him there. Chief engineer, so we're going to see who actually, once the quartermaster opens up, is the better option. Alright, so let's go a little bit. Alright. Capture Middleborough, yeah, we're not researching that yet. But what we will do when we get it is research engineers at the Revolution. Massachusetts Patriots, join us at Leicester. Organize that. Alright, construction, production, and building. Production, infrastructure, factory. This tooltip is a lot more better. Now, we are already constructing it. We have 62 days on the mission, 35 days for it to be built. Alright, so these officers right here, Richardson and Cameron, can actually be deployed as regimental ones. Then Baton, Fitzpatrick, Boyles, Glenn, Noah May are naval officers. What I am going to go ahead and do... Richardson is better for quartermaster right now. Delaney is better for chief engineer. What we're going to do with quartermaster, wagon sounds nice initially, but I am more focused on research speed. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and do Morgan's rifles here real quick. I will use my construction or my reputation points here to get my whole headquarters staff started. Now for reputation, I do not like to go below 40 definitely, because you'll start getting warnings about needing to increase your reputation. I believe you have 4 weeks to do that. In wintertime, I like to make sure I have a healthy amount available, because it really hurts you and will end your game from desertion in the wintertime. Now we did have these troops from Leicester join. Not a horrible officer. We'll go ahead and do a militia or a Minutemen unit. Alright, and what's going to happen next is we are going to start getting our forces a little ready. We're not going to go capture anything yet. Alright. In the meantime, we do have some recruits over here, but we have no officers. This is another thing we are going to use some points on here for soon. Alright, British reinforcements. 720 men are arriving by sea. Morgan's rifle has arrived. Now we have a mission here to capture Salem. Salem is right here north of Boston. 5 reputation, 5,000 income, -5 penalty. We have 25 days. The nice thing is, we have the manpower available to actually go contest it. What's most likely going to happen here is Britain is going to come and try and respond. So what we'll do real quick, ooh, nice, 2 officers. I might research that for later. That would put me down to 48. I'd still have to research that. 2 good officers actually is very nice. Forgot. So let's go ahead and check our production management. We will need to get this started. Muskets, we will have a mission here soon to produce 100 muskets. So what we will do in the meantime, we'll also get this started. We'll get a medium transport going. Now we have 2 available, but what we will do, we did 5, right? No, we did 4. We'll go ahead and do ammunition. We'll do 1 ammunition a day. And then what we'll do is check out the market. So right now we have 120. We just bought 9. What I'll also do is buy Brown or Charleville 66s. Buy some Spanish 55s. This took about 5,000 of my gold. I got about 8 construction points back, by the way, from the weekend, which starts on Monday. There's something I do want to show up here. So this right here, this first icon, which translates to 8, is the damage that the weapon generally has. This right here is the reload speed. The higher the number, the longer it takes to reload. So you'll see civilian muskets are 65 reload, and then this is their melee skill. This is 9. Civilian muskets typically do not have bayonets. The Acton militia did actually, Acton, Massachusetts. Now, so you'll see when you're compared civilian muskets to Brown Besses, the damage is increased by 2, the reload speed is reduced by 5, the melee is 2 points better. These are huge. Now your Charlevilles that you can buy from the marketplace and France does gift you do really good damage, a little bit lower, I should say increased reload speed, and a little bit less damage. Spanish 55s are just a little bit worse than Brown Bess 69s. I will buy these religiously, even the Brown Besses, until I can produce my own, because I like having these. They're relatively cheap overall, and I will not buy civilian muskets. Now, looking at what I have to sell, don't have anything yet. I haven't really built up an economy, so we'll slowly get there. Alright. Actually, I went there. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to go down to Hartford. So this is why I like the map, or the mini map open. You get to see the British's intent. Now they probably will not, actually, just to be safe. Oh, I forgot, don't have the officers. We'll rectify that real quick. Alright, they're actually going up to Salem. And spend reputation, that's going to come right back up. Alright, let's see what the British are trying to do here. Alright, they're just going to follow me. Alright, the men have arrived. What we'll go ahead and do, you have some troops available. We are going to equip our troops. Or I should say recruit more troops. And we'll see how many more muskets we have available. Okay, just... excuse me. We'll go ahead and give you Brown Besses, even though we don't have a lot to provide. Alright, they're going back. So what we'll do is we'll hit Fort Stevens real quick. Hopefully capture a few more brown besses. Not many, but we'll capture those, then go hit Salem. It's going to need a little bit of recruiting, so that does bring me up to 1 point. Alright, so if you're trying to recruit a lot of people real quick, you have your salary cap, which is actually a morale, and the increased salary does bring more people to the recruiting yards. But you do not have to have a positive recruiting bonus in order to get more troops. What you can quickly do is raise it up to a bounty of 2.0 here, which then you will pay a recruiting bonus of 200 per 100 recruits, so 29%. And what we could do is we'll just show this real quick. This is going to get a lot of troops. We got a lot of troops. We needed about 90. We got another 198. So we got a lot of troops real quick. And we paid a little bit for it. So what we'll do now is once we have fleshed the unit out, or units that we're trying to fulfill, we'll reduce the bounty right back down to 1.0, which gives us a recruiting bonus 0. We're not paying any extra for troops. This port more troops in pretty much every city, including Portsmouth. Alright, so what we'll do now is go ahead and make our brigade. And then we're going to march up to Fort Stevens. I don't think we'll take that many casualties, because that's a very small, so about 1,100. Oh, we have 2,500. Alright, Connecticut sent us more. So what we'll go ahead and do, that's the horrible officer, but it's militia. But at the same time, once we get this complete in a few days, these troops right here, for the most part, are going to be garrison duty. So what we can do is provide them a worse officer, because they're just garrison duty. Alright, so Leicester is almost done, and we'll do our carpenter shop then. I do check the market quite often. Alright, and since a lot of our recruits have Hartford as their home, we'll actually do a printing press real quick. This will tell us Hartford is done. Unfortunately, clicking it doesn't send us back to where we need to be. Musket production, I told you about this earlier. We got 50 days to produce 100 muskets. I wish it told us how many we produced already. Probably not a lot at all. Alright, we're going to rest up a little bit. Alright, I wanted to check something. 57 days. I'll show you hopefully next month or two, probably June, I can show you something of what I'm going to do with this. Alright, we are resting up, but since we're almost the end of the month, we want our condition a little bit higher before we go in. New month. I know the Iroquois hurt us. We have Pennsylvania available. And then our fur traders in Leicester is done now. We need some specialists too. We'll try not to do too much. Alright, so we got a little bit more. Middleborough is going to be done with this soon. So we'll do that. Hartford will be done in 5 days. We'll go ahead and queue up a schoolhouse. And Portsmouth is going to be 9 days. Alright. Like, crikeys. Both of these officers kind of suck. Except in firearms for that guy. Alright. We do have that fur, but since we do not control Boston, we are not producing a lot. Go ahead and buy some more, Round Best says we can buy 3. We do not have a lot we can do right now. Our biggest going to be we actually need textiles too. So we'll go ahead and queue up a weaver's house. And then for Leicester, we'll queue up a weaver's house too before we forget. Alright. Let's go ahead and take Fort Stevens. Took quite a few casualties while we're marching up there. Alright, they're most likely going to flee right away. Most likely. Not guaranteed. Looks like their artillery battery is outside. We'll go ahead and pause real quick. Merge our units. Normally right now I tried to keep some reserves, but since we overwhelmingly outnumber them, there's really no point. We'll start battle real quick, but we're going to issue orders for these guys to go over here. Morgan's rifles are going to flank around. And then we're going to try and get that artillery piece taken out. Then no sport Groff. Let's go ahead and move. Right here, this tells us that this is actually unoccupied, so they have an infantry company here, and their artillery. You can try to move around the fort, and they will send a company to man it, leaving another side unoccupied. You can try to exploit that as best as possible sometimes. Alright, we're going to have them fire real quick. get up there real quick. Fall back. Fall back. You guys are probably good. Looks like they're turning real quick. Actually, they're firing at you. They're about to fire, I think. Alright. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, we'll have you guys hold. That's somewhat ugly. Now, they didn't route off the map, but they routed off their guns. And we only took 5 casualties for that. Had no canisters shot. All solid. So actually, it's 120, 122, 39, and 80. It must have been training another regiment or company real quick, and it got merged in. Alright. Alright, they've decided to surrender, and now they're going to try and get through. So what we'll do, we'll pause real quick, and everyone move up. Surrenders. Surrenders. Hopefully a surrender here soon. Yep. Alright. Our second group has a little bit of stamina. If you guys aren't catching up, we'll try. Yeah, we're not catching them. Still pretty good. We're going to make sure everything's rested for a quick bit. Like to make sure my troops try and get about 50% conditioning back real quick. Mostly weighing these guys. Back. Officially, 2 casualties. Heavily outnumbered, though. Go ahead, since we got some conditioning back, charge them. They surrendered, which was expected. What we'll do then is actually go up to Portsmouth. Oops. It does keep track of how many muskets. We've already produced 30. So with here, what we're going to do is build a fur trader. It's going to be a while for it to be built. Go to Portsmouth, captured some provisions, captured some artillery. Nice. Loyalty is not a concern. Now for this, a lot of people do rush to take Boston. You can do it. You do not have to. Alright. We researched 2 officers. Now we'll go ahead and do Sons of Liberty real quick. Actually, since we're about to take that, we'll do Artillery Department, then Sons of Liberty. So we have a lot of recruits available, but we do not have a lot of specialists. So what they're doing, are you going to... I don't know what they're doing. Are you coming after... Yeah, you're coming after me. It's like you're going to Fort Stevens, going to make this battle a lot easier real quick. Alright. We'll fulfill the recruits real quick. Alright, our artillery department, muskets we have met. Crap and crap. There's our officer. We'll go ahead and put you back there. You over there. This should give us him, who's a good officer. Put him there. Alright, so now we have 2 good officers. These militia are going to be important here in a little bit. And we'll put Jay as our artillery chief. Alright, so when doing Engineers of the Revolution, there's a few things I like to go. A lot of people like to go towards US muskets and Virginias. I don't blame them. These are very easy to produce. They are way better than civilians, and you can get them a lot faster. However, I like to go with Engineers of the Revolution, which provides me plus 7.5% research speed. Qualified Engineers, which provides plus 10 and also unlocks for Trading Post. And then go to Military Engineers, which is going to reduce ship maintenance and mining cost. You do get a mining cost reduction with Skilled Craftsmen, but here is my focus. I like to build Brown Best 69s. I can generally get them in fall to January. So fall 75 to January 76. It also unlocks the short Brown Best 69s, which are good for cavalry. Even if you don't have cavalry, they are a very good rifle to actually produce a few of and sell. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And then we're going to start researching the Sons of Liberty project here real quick. Alright, so we mostly filled out. We are missing... We don't have enough hunter rifles. So what we'll go ahead and do, we gave a company Brown Besses. What we'll do is give you Charlevilles. So these icons right here, the little stars, means how many stars they have, also how many perks they have unlocked, I believe, even though that militia doesn't have it. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm trying my best guess here sometimes. Alright, so Morgan's rifles, we are missing auto rifles, and we cannot easily get some. So what we'll do is just provide some weapons, or Brown Besses, and we are running a little low on cash that I like to keep on hand. We're actually going to increase that, and ammunition is what we will do. Alright, we'll go do this battle. We're going to capture Salem real quick. And you're going to come and chase me. As long as you don't fire at me. Alright, they're most likely going to run. So I do not have artillery, but that's not a problem. Alrighty, let's do this. Well, let's do the deployment. Alright. British are... Ooh, this is actually a really good defensive position. Fortunately, we're going to have some troops out in the open. '63, 57, awesome. Well, I should put you guys over here. Now they're probably going to run away right away. Oh. Let's actually go ahead and fall back. Not paying attention where they're supposed to be coming from. Don't know why you guys are going on another way. Alright. Their fallback was, hey, let's go towards the enemy. They're not even marching towards that. Looks like they're going to send a lot of their force straight down for where we want them. Which is nice. Well, I should bring you up over here. Gonna be a little dangerous, flirting with danger. Only have two merged units as reserve. Fall back a little bit. Them to move. We need them a little bit sooner than I thought. Alright. That's what I love to do with my skirmishers. We'll have you fall back. Surrender, 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 surrender. Okay, pause real quick. Nice. Nice. Not getting them. Let's get the artillery. We'll speed up a little bit. Stop. Stop. We're too tired. We got a lot of units. Stop a little bit. This actually kills them. I do not do that. Though honestly, I probably should. This is going to take quite a while. Alright, whatever. So we lost 163. They lost 541 killed, 501 captured / missing, out of force of 1,366. That is a really good battle result. Yes, we did overwhelm them. Alright, this is where the dangerous ball game begins. We want to surrender as many of them as we can without triggering a response from Boston. Fire, please. Alright, we'll leave that as that. We'll bring no sport down. I typically do not want to get any closer to Boston than I have to. So we have 105 brown besses. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for that. Though we're getting men to come. Don't want that. So we got about 300 odd brown besses. Very nice. 2 6-pounders. Very nice. Alright. Now we got some reputation. Don't. Okay, they might stop. That's probably as close as we can get. There's no prisoners because they went up to Portsmouth, which is good, and that is where we will go back to. What this does is we will get our bonus for capturing Salem. We'll go ahead and Salem is captured. Thank you. And I'll go ahead and call that good for now. I'm NoSport, and I will see you next time.